Welcome students. Right to property is no more a fundamental right, but it's an important right which is to be protected to ensure sovereign gains its prominence. If there is no right to property, the country may lose prominence of collecting taxes. So, the technology innovation which creates authenticity to this right to property is to be explored, as we are moving to an era where fourth industrial revolution is driven by artificial intelligence, blockchain technology and various technologies. It's time to think about the terminology of Finternet, which is nothing but financial internet. The term became popular when Nandan Nilekani has started using this. When in the late August, when he started using it, in the September, it's been in news. So first we need to understand what this Finternet is and how the models would be created. As part of this Finternet, you need to understand the concept of blockchain technology and its applications in terms of non-fungible tokens. So what is this non-fungible token and blockchain technology? If you understand, it gets easier to explain about how Finternet may work. So first thing, in a blockchain technology is nothing but a distributed ledger. What is ledger? Which has accounting as part of your asset management. And it is, when I say distributed, it will be distributed into various servers. Unless every server is hacked, you can't manipulate or create fake records of it. So this distributed ledger helps you maintain a kind of authenticity. As the blocks are linked, this blockchain technology has various blocks which are contagious and they are linked. So the transaction would be recorded in this distributed ledger in a way that who is the previous owner and who would be the next owner. So the transfer of property would be authentically recorded without any manipulation. That's the advantage of blockchain technology, and it is most foolproof technology so far, and this cutting edge technology could be leveraged with a concept of a non-fungible token. So what is tokenization? If you understand, you may understand about non-fungible tokens. So first, the tokenization is about privacy. So as part of non-fungible token, first let's discuss about tokenization, and then we will understand the concept of non-fungible so that you'll understand how authentic it can be and how it could be utilized to have the records of your land records or other physical assets in internet form. So when I say tokenization, you would understand that there's a token and what the token is used for is the concept. So the token is used to replace details in the database. So when we use tokenization, the privacy is enhanced because through any kind of injection or any kind of hacking or any kind of malicious methods, you can't find this details which are in database. So this tokenization will help you in preserving your privacy about the ownership of various assets, etc. At the same time, have an official record which is foolproof. Now, what is non-fungible? When I say fungible, it means divisible or exchanged by multiple parts which will form equivalent effort. Suppose there is 100 rupees, you can exchange it with 250 rupees. This is the concept of fungibility. That means 100 rupees note or 100 rupees currency is fungible. There is 1 kg of gold. You can exchange that with half kg, 1/4 kg and 1/4 kg or any other multiples or any other parts. And this is nothing but the concept of fungible thing would come. Okay. Hope you understood the concept of fungibility. And what does non-fungible mean? When I say non-fungible, suppose you have a painting of a tiger and there's a tiger painting. Can you exchange this tiger painting with multiple parts which are broken and have same value as this painting which is as a whole? The answer would be no, right? Suppose there's a painting which you can divide, tear into multiple parts and say, collect all the parts and give me the value equivalent to the actual painting. No, you won't get that. Suppose there's a complete reel or something else which is as a whole, after fragmenting into parts, can you get them? No. So this concept is utilized to create the concept of Finternet, where you find asset management better. So when you have a non-fungible token, the value for whole would be different from the value of parts that you divide. So this concept of fungibility and non-fungibility and the tokenization, where your privacy is preserved because not actual details are served for everyone else. Instead, you would create an abstract and encapsulate the actual details into something else. And now after data encapsulation, you would just give a token for transactions instead of the whole details. So here the privacy is ensured, and here the concept of fungibility will create a real value equivalent. So non-fungible tokens as a whole, non-fungibility will create authentic value to the record, and tokenization will create privacy. So these are advantages as a whole. I mean, these are primary advantages. There can be other byproducts that can be advantages as well. So this is what is the main advantage of having non-fungible tokens, that you create equivalent of the physical asset. That means if I want to explain the whole concept, you will have a digital record of a physical asset, which may be plots or something else. You will find the picture of the real-time image of how the demographic conditions are changing, etc. And the ownership will be written as owner 1, owner 2 or something else. And you can exchange them using the blockchain technology, and this would be, ownership would be transferred to the next person. This is how the whole concept is. Now, the real-time problem that is addressed here is you need an escrow account for dealings to happen. What is an escrow account? Suppose there are two persons, person 1 and person 2, who are buyers and sellers of property respectively. He is a buyer and he is seller. So the seller of property need to get money as soon as the property is transferred. So first they would put money with an escrow who is trustworthy to two peoples, and now these two people will trust that once the property sale is completed, the money deposited by buyer would go to seller after the transaction has occurred of transfer of property. Now listen carefully. You have a digital currency introduced by RBI, which is e-rupee. So it is again on the blockchain technology. So using that e-rupee, you can program, that means you can code that if a particular transaction has happened, then transfer the money to a particular account. So this will remove the necessity of this escrow, and this program will take care of transaction, and the authenticity is guaranteed as it is again on non-fungible token model. So you could call this a smart contract. So as it's a smart contract, this e-rupee concept could be utilized to create a smart contract, and this smart contract will help you execute the transfer of properties, and this is how the real asset management would be enhanced, and this can be the property management technique of future, and this is how the whole revenue departments and land records and land management might be in future, is what was envisaged by Nandan Nilekani. Hope you understood this complex topic, and this complex topic I think I was able to make understandable to an extent. Still, if you have any doubts, you can comment below about this topic. Another day I'll be back before you with an interesting topic of future that can be conceptual in terms of technology. Till the time I'm back, it's time to bid adios. Thank you.